We welcome our Nigerian viewers and viewers across the world. This is Galaxy TV News. Let's check out what's in the pipeline for you at this time. President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica Dongban-Mensem, pledges speedy attention to pending cases. Plus on the news, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma urges residents to ignore sit-at-home order. And outside Nigeria, 2 Ukrainian soldiers killed and 10 others wounded in the country's war-torn east as clashes tick back up. We have details of the stories and more in just a moment. And now, wherever you're watching from around the world, we're live from our headquarters here in Lagos, Nigeria. I am Kelly Egiga. On our first story, President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica Dongban-Mensem, says the court has made great strides to decongest the many cases before it. She made the submission Sunday as the Court of Appeal commences the legal year 2021 with a Thanksgiving Mass at the Church of Assumption, Asokoro, Abuja. Expressing gratitude to God for sparing the lives of justices and staff of the appellate court during the COVID-19 lockdown, Justice Mensem adds that she is optimistic and excited for the days ahead for the judiciary.
Start by thanking God for granting all the justices of the Court of Appeal good health throughout the passing year and the incoming year. I can tell you, as you will hear tomorrow, that we have taken giant strides to decongest the Court of Appeal, and we are moving forward to do even more. We have many challenges. I'll give you the details tomorrow. But here today, we are here to thank God because God has been really merciful. He has blessed us. We worked very hard during the COVID shutdown, and I'm happy to say I'm very grateful to God that not one of us was knocked down by COVID. We are all well and healthy. And I think that's a good cause to thank God and to look forward to better things to come.
In his homily, the parish priest, Reverend Father Peter Asewe, taught on God's love by giving his son to die for mankind. Rendering praises to God, the justices and staff thereafter have their Thanksgiving celebration. Ceremonies marking the commencement of the legal year begin with Jumat prayers on Friday. And away from the nation's capital, the governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma, has urged the people of the state to ignore the sit-at-home order and rumor and go about their normal businesses on Monday. He said those behind the order and rumors have been identified and will soon be arrested and arraigned. Uzodinma gave the assurance while addressing the congregation after Sunday church service at the Government House Chapel, Owerri. He thanked the people of Imo State who supported and contributed to the successful hosting of President Muhammadu Buhari last week when he visited the state, while asking those who worked to sabotage the visit to search their consciences in whatever they do.
I would also want to speak through this medium on the issue of sit-at-home order. This sit-at-home order, an order that is given by people who didn't see or who have not seen. I want to call all of you to ignore that rumor of anybody sitting at home and come out to do your businesses. The truth of the matter, we have identified 5 Imo citizens who are behind this plot. And they have been funding this plot. They have been funding banditry in Imo State. And by the grace of God, any moment from now, we will arraign all of them, no matter how big they are, before the appropriate court. Therefore, ignore whatever sit-at-home order anybody is issuing to you. Come out to do your businesses.
Addressing the hardships Imo people and residents are being subjected to by oil marketers, the governor requested the petroleum marketers to immediately revert to normal price for petroleum product. In Imo State, as government will not continue to fold its arm and watch them mete out hardships on the people while they sell their product as black market. Governor Zodima added that the government had set up a task force to go around the states to identify and not only seal all filling stations caught in the act, but to arrest and make them face the full weight of the law. The governor seized the opportunity to explain that those who escaped during the jailbreak earlier this year are on the prowl again and are resorting to kidnapping in Imo State.
And I want to also use this opportunity to advise the petroleum marketers in the state that my government will not sit back and allow them create artificial scarcity and be selling fuel through black market in the night. Henceforth, any filling station selling black market, no matter the owner, will be sealed up.
Well, let's stay with stories from Imo State for a moment, but this time to security stories, as the police in that state has killed the Olu Sector Commander of Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network, ESN, identified as Chidera Nabuhe, aka Dragon, a native of Umuala, Amaifeke Olu of the state. The police also shot dead 2 other members of his command, identified as JJ and Dadawa, both natives of Ohazara in Ebonyi State. Commissioner of Police in the state, Hussaini Rabiu, disclosed this to Newsman. It will be on Sunday through the command's public relations officer, Michael Abata. He added that the suspects were killed during a gun duel where the police raided major IPOB and ESN camps in Olu local government area. The Rabiu said after a diligent gathering of technical intelligence, the ESN members were sighted in an isolated and uncompleted building situated in a valley in Olu local government area of Imo State. Let's shift our focus away from the southeast region for a moment, as the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to direct the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Pantami, and the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, to immediately reverse the apparently unjustified suspension of internet and telecommunication networks in Zamfara State and 13 local government areas of Katsina State. The NCC recently ordered telecom operators to suspend all telecommunications networks in Zamfara State in at least 13 local government areas of Katsina State to check banditry and terrorism. But SERAP, in an open letter dated 11 September 2021 and signed by its Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, said the move is without any legal justification, inconsistent with the principles of necessity and proportionality, adding that the suspension is a form of collective punishment of Nigerians resident in this state. The letter read in part that, open of quote, large-scale shutdowns of communication networks are a form of collective punishment. Shutdowns exert significant chilling effect with direct implications on participatory democracy, whose existence depends upon an active and informed citizenry capable of engaging with a range of ideas, end of quote. And now to other stories. A former governor of Jigawa State and chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Sule Lamido, has lamented the insecurity in Nigeria, saying the country is bleeding. Lamido met with Nigeria's former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, behind closed doors at the Presidential Library Pence House residence, Abeokuta, Ogun State, at the weekend. A statement made available to newsmen on Sunday in Abeokuta by Obasanjo's media aide, Kehinde Akinyemi, quoted Lamido as saying that the former president had reinforced his faith in Nigeria despite its numerous challenges. He said Obasanjo still remained committed to ensuring that Nigeria is out of the doldrums. The former governor, who disclosed that he was in Ogun State to visit his father and leader, said he met the former president in a very high spirit and good health. You're watching the news on Galaxy TV. Let's take a breather. But in the second part, INEC declares PDP candidate winner of the Delta State by-elections. We'll tell you more of that story on the other side. Stay with us.
And here is a unique opportunity to be one of Galaxy Television eyewitness reporters. If you have breaking news around you, why wait to share it? Just avail our Galaxy News Eyewitness feature by sending your stories via WhatsApp now. All you need to do is send clips of the news around you as they break to 0818-6666-669. You can also stand a chance of getting 2,000 Naira worth of airtime if your story is used. Galaxy Television Eyewitness Reporters, breaking news around you from your perspective.
You're welcome back. This is Galaxy TV News. For more updates and latest news, visit our website at www.galaxytvonline.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Galaxy TV Nigeria. You can follow or interact with us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Galaxy TV. Don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Official Galaxy TV. If you have breaking news around you, you can avail our eyewitness feature via WhatsApp. Simply share your story by sending short clips or videos of the news on 0818-666-669. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live update and comment. Now, to election stories. Candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Ovakboye Vivier, has won the Delta State House of Assembly by-elections in the Soko South Constituency 1. The by-election held on Saturday across 5 wards in the constituency was meant to fill the vacant seat occasioned by the demise of Kenneth Ogba, member representing the constituency in the state's legislative arm. Announcing the election result, the returning officer of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Christopher Onose Modo, said the candidate of the PDP polled 6,907 votes, while candidates of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Dr. Ogaga Ifowodo, polled 1,301 votes, as the candidate of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, Enumena Michael, scored 1,291 votes, respectively. Still in Delta State, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa has expressed sadness over the killing of a voter by hoodlums during Saturday's by-elections in Isoko South Constituency 1. The governor made this known in a statement by his chief press secretary, Olisa Ifejika, said the victory of the PDP was well-deserved and a confirmation of the party's dominance in Delta State. He urged security agencies to go after the assailants who killed the voter and bring them to book, while also commending INEC for the introduction of the bimodal voters accreditation system, saying it ensures that real voters were duly accredited. And now to crime stories. Barely a week after the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency NDLEA intercepted 6 billion naira worth of amphetamine, popularly known as jihadist drug, at the Apapa port in Lagos, operatives of the agency have again seized over 24,311 kilograms of heroin, codeine, as well as Arizona and Colorado variants of cannabis in fresh drug busts at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, and the Tinkan Seaport, Apapa, Lagos State. The first seizure came on Friday at the Sago export shed of the MMIA, where 2 consignments containing 10.350 kg heroin and 25.2 kg cannabis from South Africa were intercepted. In series of sting operations between Saturday and Monday in different parts of Lagos, 4 suspects were arrested, including Bello Kafayat Ayo, who was picked from Shino Street, Pangrove area of Lagos. Meanwhile, a 20-year-old graduate, Miss B. Okoro, has been arrested in Abuja for producing and selling drugged candies and cookies. A 27-year-old dispatch rider, Idewu Remy, who handles door-to-door delivery for her, was also arrested. In his reaction to the latest drug bust at the Lagos Airport, Tinkan Seaport, across the FCT, Edo, Kaduna, Taraba, Kwara, and Gombe State, Chairman and Chief Executive of the NDLEA, Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marawa, retired, commended the commanders, officers, and men of the commands for their resilience and bravery. Now, there was mild drama at the Ota Divisional Police Headquarters, Ogun State, when an alleged fake soldier, Segun Ogundeji, and an Air Force officer, John Temitope, clashed over failure to extend an official compliment. The spokesman of Ogun The spokesman of Ogun State Police Command, Abimbola Oyeyemi, on Saturday in a statement said the drama played out last weekend shortly before Ogundeji was arrested for impersonation. Ogundeji, fully clad in military camouflage, had stormed the police station to demand the release of a suspect. But Temitope, who had been on ground, demanded a compliment, leading to a clash between the duo. According to him, the quarrel attracted the attention of the station's DPO, Godwin Ideha, who intervened and interrogated them. Oyeyemi said during the interrogation that the police discovered that Segun is not a military man. It was also discovered that he has once been convicted by a court of competent jurisdiction for impersonation. The police spokesperson, however, said the Commissioner of Police in that state, Edward Ajogun, had ordered a full investigation into past activities of the suspect. Investigations is concluded. Now, jungle justice or mob justice is a form of public execution where criminals are disgraced, beaten, or burnt alive. Now, cases of jungle justice have been on the increase in Delta communities and have become a source of worry for many residents, as innocent people might be victims too. Our correspondent, Daily Faso, compiled this report.
The burning you see on your screen are not that of animals, but youths set ablaze by an angry mob for allegedly stealing phones, cash and other items from their owners. That is why Deltans from all walks of life are lending their voices on the need to curb the menace posed by jungle justice in the Delta communities of Sapele, Ogwashuku and parts of Warri South local government area, which have been a major debate in different forums, taking into cognizance the increase in the number of youths caught in their prime by angry mob. Just last week, setting ablaze of an 18-year-old boy in Sapele for allegedly dispossessing a woman of 450,000 naira armed with a gun, and a similar incident in Warri and Ogwashuku calls for proactive measures from security agencies. Speaking of the increase in cases of jungle justice in Delta communities, a legal practitioner and national chairman of the Human Rights Defenders Organization of Nigeria, Sakesli Omonirabo, and some residents as well as victims of Sapele community blame the judicial system and security operatives.
Jungle justice to some extent is barbaric because it's not justifiable under any law. Jungle justice is the art of taking laws in your hand and taking revenge over an offense allegedly committed without trial. Sometimes it's actually victimization of a political opponent. Sometimes it's just aggrandizement of rich men asking somebody to lynch anybody, punish anybody for an offense allegedly committed. That's why it's called justice in the jungle.
If it's possible for government to provide like a facility where all those guys, after being arrested, they will take them into some process, like a training or something, so that they will be able to guide them to a way that even when they are released, they will not go back to that former life they are living.
No matter what, it's I think the soul of a man, the government has the power over it, and because of the fact that the person is a citizen, and so we can't, two wrongs can't make a right. We can't say because someone steals from you, you have the right to take the life of the person. We have the police, we have the government to take the person into jail or cell, whatever thing a person must have done.
Someone like me that has been robbed off my phone at gunpoint on so many occasions, I can't really go against jungle justice, because if those thieves were caught the very day they took my phone from me at gunpoint, I would have still had my phone. I would have still had my valuables that they took from me. So I would say jungle justice is not really a good thing.
The Delta Police Commissioner, Mohammed Ali, while briefing newsmen during the visit of the Inspector General of Police to the state, promised to bring culprits who engage in jungle justice to book, as the Warri-based security expert advised against jungle justice.
We've been working 247 with a view to saying that the state is safe for all in the light of the menace caused by culprits in Saple and Ogwashuku axis.
The issue of jungle justice, the truth is that, whether I would like it or not, it is not acceptable. But be that as it may, because of the delay in justice and what have you, a situation where somebody will be caught red-handed and taken to the police station and what have you, and before you know what is happening, is being released.
In finding a lasting solution to the menace, the judiciary, security operatives and community leaders must play its role effectively and also sensitize the people on the dangers of jungle justice.
Now, the need for Nigerians to join hands to make the country a better place to live in has once again been stressed, following calls by secessionists for a breakaway. The speaker after speaker made this known at the 10th annual symposium of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria B Zone held in Abeokuta with the theme "Saving a Nation on the Principles." They maintain that for the country to come out of all secessionist agitations, there is a need to shun religious bigotry, ethnic jihadism, socioeconomic inequality, amongst others. They also called for a total reorientation of national core values as a way to carve a new agenda for the country.
Nigeria cannot be greater than Nigerians, and it is the responsibility of all Nigerians to join hands to make Nigeria better and to steer our ship away from the looming iceberg. Nigeria provides their wisdom. Yoruba say that 10 good eyes are not like one's own. Nigeria is ours. Even when people go to other places, they will still come back to the country.
The two main religions in this country, which is the Islam, the Christianity, they are preaching the same thing practically. But unfortunately, the pedestal of our destruction in this country majorly is being attributed to politics, it's being attributed to religion, it's being attributed to ethnic bigotry and all form of norms, nuisance of human misdemeanor, and that's where we are today.
The message of the governor is that as he's been inclusive in his administration, as he also believes in the future of this country, in the future of this state, with the theme building our future together, the youth, the MSS, and did all the students and youth of Ogun State and Nigeria, they consider that future and they must work together to build the future of this country.
To contribute to national discourse on issues that are affecting the national growth. So we believe it's better we continue to be united. So we don't believe secession is the answer to all the challenges we are facing. We all know we are facing challenges, so but we don't believe secession is the answer to those challenges.
You're watching the news on Galaxy TV. Let's take yet another break. We'll be back in just a moment with more reports. Please stay with us. You're welcome back. You're watching the news on Galaxy TV. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari has been called to rise up to his duties and protect all Nigerians from all forms of insecurity, irrespective of tribe, religion, sex, and particularly farmers in Benue State. The leader of Minda Strategic Contact Group made the call in Makurdi, noting that the solution to the crisis between herders and farmers is in the implementation of the anti-open grazing law, which Miyetti Allah has rejected, as the law prohibits the practice of open rearing of livestock and establishment of ranches in areas whose preoccupation is 90% farming. The group, a non-governmental organization based in Benue, slammed the former governor and minister of special duties, George Akume, for not joining forces with Governor Samuel Ortom to develop Benue State.
How can there be peace between Fulani herdsmen and farmers when the farmers willfully head cattle into the crop farms and kill the farmers while carrying out their farming activities, burn their villages, markets, and murder them in cold blood in the IDP camps? Yet, the senator wants us to believe that there has been an age-long affinity between the two divides.
The group, however, expressed shock that some highly placed sons and daughters are acting as agents for elements behind the wanton killings and attacks in parts of Benue State, which has led to the displacement of over 1.5 million residents from their ancestral home.
What is wrong with the call by the elected state governor and the president and commander-in-chief to rise up to his constitutional duties to protect the people, direct security agencies to arrest and prosecute those that are responsible for these heinous crimes, and have also similarly vowed to drift Nigeria into war?
This is Galaxy TV News. It's now time to do you a reminder as we track stories that made headlines last week.
Welcome to Tracking the Week. On Monday, Nigeria confirmed the outbreak of environmental polio, one which is different from the wild polio. The Executive Director, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Faisal Shuaib, confirmed this in Abuja at the sidelines of Northern Traditional Rulers Committee meeting on primary healthcare delivery. Nigeria has recorded 70% of the about 120 reported incidents of the outbreak in Africa. Nigeria recently marked a year of being certified wild polio-free country after achieving the milestone on 25th August 2020. But at this 2021 third quarter review meeting of the Northern Traditional Leaders Committee on Primary Healthcare Delivery, UNICEF disclosed that Nigeria has now recorded a fresh outbreak of polio. UNICEF country representative Peter Hawkins said this particular polio is the environmental variant. Confirming the outbreak to journalists, Executive Director, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Faisal Shuaib, said the affected areas are those that have not been fully immunized. On his part, the Emir of Agungu, Mohammed Samali Amera, who represented Sultan of Sokoto, Mohammed Sahad Abubakar III, as chair of the event, said as people are fast accepting the COVID-19 vaccines. Also on Monday, President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja urged insurance firms in Nigeria to take advantage of ongoing efforts by the federal government to grow non-oil sector of the economy through innovation, commending their roles in engaging medical practitioners to tackle spread of COVID-19. Speaking virtually at the opening ceremony of the 47th African Insurance Organization Conference and Annual General Assembly, the president said the insurance sector will play a vital role in the diversification of the economy by bringing necessary stability, economic sustainability, revenue generation, job creation, and financial inclusiveness. President Buhari said the theme of the conference, Rebuilding Africa's Economy, an Insurance Perspective, was apt and well thought out to respond to the reality of the moment as many governments try to devise indigenous ways to manage their economy in the aftermath of COVID-19 pandemic. The president noted that the COVID-19 pandemic presented a global challenge which led to lockdown of many countries, travel restrictions, and issuance of many health protocols affecting all humans, social and economic interactions that made hosting of the conference impossible in 2020. On Tuesday, President Muhammadu Buhari met with the security chiefs at the presidential villa Abuja, where they reviewed the current security challenges still bedeviling the country, especially in Zamfara State, where bandits are taking tolls on the citizens. Minister of Defense Major General Bashir Magashi, who spoke to State House correspondents after the meeting, confirmed that Buhari was still worried about the situation in the north and that he gave a marching order to the service chiefs to intensify their onslaught against the terrorism. According to Magashi, the presidency acknowledged the efforts of the security chiefs but appears concerned that the attacks are becoming more persistent. Magashi also confirmed that the 6 Super Tucano aircraft taken delivery by the government are still undergoing testing, even as the remaining 6 will come in soonest. Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba, who also participated at the meeting, corroborated Magashi but kept the latest tactics to tackle insecurity to his chest. Asked if the president gave a new marching order, Baba responded saying the new marching order is that all the service chiefs and intelligence chiefs have been warned to go and reinvigorate efforts and to do more so that the North Central and Nigeria at last would enjoy better security. Still on Tuesday, President Muhammadu Buhari says Saudi Arabia government has been kind to Nigeria in their bilateral relations. President Buhari made a statement after he received Saudi Arabian Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Royal Highness Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud, in his office in Abuja. The president said with Nigeria's large population and infrastructural deficit, the country needed all the revenue she could get from oil, a mainstream of the economy. And Saudi Arabia, I said, has been very kind to Nigeria, making sacrifice by reducing production to accommodate the country a number of times. President Buhari noted that the relationship between the two countries is very strong and dated back in times, both at the personal and international level, adding that the relationship has been steadfast. Prince Al Saud brought greetings from King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, saying the kingdom appreciates the relationship with Nigeria, which dates back 61 years, saying Nigeria wants to strengthen it even further. He said the two countries have good prospects both economically and politically, not just among the leaders but among the people. Minister of Foreign Affairs gave insight on the bilateral relations between Nigeria and Saudi Arabia. Moving on to Wednesday, governors under the People's Democratic Party started arriving into venue of the emergency meeting. The meeting is to enable the governors forge a common front and reach a compromise ahead. and reach a compromise ahead of the September 9 National Executive Committee meeting of the People's Democratic Party. The governors are also billed to discuss to contribute to the planned assigning of office to the National Working Committee, NWC. The last NEC meeting of the party has mandated the September 9 gathering to discuss the setting up of the National Convention Committee as well as states and zone that would get to what positions in the new NWC. The last NEC meeting also received a recommendation on the micro-zoning of the leadership position, though the NEC, the National Caucus of the party, the Board of Trustees were silent on the zoning of the presidential ticket of the party. They insisted, as the Governor Bala Mohammed Committee has suggested, that the matter be thrown open. Also on Wednesday, President Muhammadu Buhari approved the appointment of Fatima Waziri Azi as Director General of the National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP. This is equal to a recommendation of the Honorable Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadiya Umaru Farouk, who expressed the urgent need for the ministry to intensify on the existing capacity in the NAPTIP in order to achieve its key result areas as identified. She added the recommendations of Fatima Waziri Azi was based on her pedigree, vast experience and proven track record to drive the agency forward and consolidate on what has been achieved so far. A statement from the Senior Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, said the former head of the Department of Public Law at the Nigerian Institute of Advanced Legal Studies, Waziri Azi, is a women's rights advocate, a campaigner against domestic and sexual-based violence, and an expert in the rule of law. Still on track in the week, moving on to Thursday, the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mahmoud Abubakar, said the only way Nigerians can support farmers to continue to produce is by consuming their farm produce. Alhaji Abubakar was speaking while receiving the handing of a note from the outgoing Minister, Mohammed Sabo Nanodo, in Abuja. He said patronizing Nigerian farmers will motivate them to produce more and ensure food sufficiency and boost the economy of the country. The minister sued for teamwork and cooperations among stakeholders in the agriculture sector to achieve the diversification policy of Mr. President. The outgoing minister, Mahmoud Nanodo, who has been in the ministry for 2 years, welcomed the new minister and urged him to continue from where he stopped in ensuring food security in the country. The former minister also advised workers in the ministry to cooperate with the new minister in achieving the ministry's mandate. Recall that President Muhammadu Buhari redeployed former Minister of Environment, Mohammed Abubakar, to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development on 1st September 2021. Also on Thursday, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, assured the people of Imo State of more federal government presence. The President gave the assurance while commissioning projects done by the Governor Hope Uzodinma-led administration in Imo State. The President, whose jet landed in Imo State, swiftly went round commissioning the projects. According to him, he is pleased with the projects done so far by the Uzodinma-led administration of the state. Governor Uzodinma, while presenting arrays of projects done by him to the President, thanked Mr. President for his prompt action towards the fight against insecurity in Imo State and the Southeast Zone. Commissioned projects include the Naze-Poli Road linking two federal institutions, the Balloon Flood Control System at Chukuma Unoha, the rehabilitation of Igbiada Bypass off Owerri-Onitsha Road, and the new executive chamber in the Government House. Lastly, on track in the week, on Friday, the appeal court sitting in Abuja ordered the Rivers State government to refrain from any action giving effect to the judgment of August 9, empowering it to collect value-added and personal income tax. A 3-member panel headed by Justice Aruna Samani, which the order also directed that the tax law passed by Rivers State House of Assembly and assented by Governor Nyesom Wike must not be implemented. The appellate court added that since parties submitted themselves to the authority of the Court for Adjudication of the matter, they must not be seen as doing anything to the contrary. In specific terms, the court granted that the FIRS return to its duty of collection of VAT and personal income tax pending hearing and determination of other pending matters. The matter has been slated for September 16 for hearing of motion by Lagos State to join as interested party in the appeal. Lastly, on Friday, President Buhari in Abuja called on health workers to return to their duty post, urging other contemplating strikes to opt for settlement of issues by negotiation, no matter how long it takes. Receiving members of the Nigeria Medical Association at the State House, the president noted that the lives of citizens that could be lost or damaged when doctors withdraw services are precious enough to be worth opting for peaceful resolution of differences. The meeting with NMA was to seek ways of resolving industrial issues that led to strike among health workers. President Muhammadu Buhari, who addressed the medical workers, assured that all outstanding benefits owed medical doctors will be cleared after verifications, noting that the embarking on industrial action at a critical health period for the country and citizens was not a good option. He said the outstanding issue of an establishment circular issued by the head of service removing house officers, NYSC doctors from scheme of service, had an addendum circular from National Salaries and Wage Commission to clarify that they will continue to earn the wages attached to them on their present wage structure. The president has requested that the agreements reached in the meetings of 20th and 21st August captured in the MOU be religiously implemented. To further improve the health sector, the president said budgetary allocations has been increased and a health sector reform committee under the chairmanship of the vice president has been commissioned to identify and address weaknesses in the health system and align with global best practices that raise public confidence. President Buhari noted the Nigerian source of revenue over years was dwindling with a rising population, but commended the positive role Nigerian Medical Association has been playing as the apex professional medical association in Nigeria, especially with regards to the ongoing industrial action. In his remark, the Minister of Health, Dr. Sagie Enaire, said the NMA has been playing a critical role in development of the health sector, particularly in tackling pandemics, participating in policy formulation and population health, while the President of NMA, Professor Innocent Uja, thanked the President for appointment of members into strategic positions in government, assent to the Medical Residency Act and immunization coverage. Uja said the association was concerned with the industrial action embarked upon by doctors and had been doing its best to alleviate the suffering of patients across the country while appealing for an urgent resolution. The NMA president thanked President Buhari for take-off grants for the Federal University of Health Sciences in Otukpo, Benue State, Azare, Bauchi State, and Ilaorogun, Osun State. Uja suggested an appropriate funding module for the new institutions while assuring the president of the continued support of members of the association to improve health in the country. And that's it from Tracking the Week.
Well, thanks for staying with us. Up next is news from the international scene.
Welcome to news from the international scene. 2 Ukrainian soldiers have been killed and 10 others wounded in the country's war-torn east as clashes tick back up, the army said on Sunday. Over the past 24 hours, pro-Russian separatists fired at Ukrainian positions using large-caliber artillery, grenade launchers and drones, the military said in a statement. Most of the attacks took place in the eastern Donetsk region, it said. As a result of enemy fire, 2 members of the joint forces were killed, the Ukrainian military reported. There are no victims among the local population. The Ukrainian army is locked in a conflict with breakaway fighters in the Donetsk and Lugansk regions that erupted after Russia annexed the Crimean Peninsula in 2014. Kyiv says at least 52 Ukrainian troops have been killed since the start of the year, compared with a total of 50 the previous year. The separatists say they have lost more than 30 soldiers since the start of the year. Ukraine and its Western allies accuse Russia of sending troops and arms to support the separatists, which Moscow denies. On Friday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said it was conceivable that an all-out war with Russia could break out. Dmitry Peskov, spokesman for Russia's President Vladimir Putin, has dismissed the comment as apocalyptic. Russia and Belarus launched military drills involving 200,000 personnel on Friday, one of the country's biggest drills in recent years. In April, Russia amassed about 100,000 troops on Ukraine's border, rising fear of a major escalation in the protracted conflict. Moscow later announces a pullback. Lastly, on the international scene, Pope Francis has warned the threat of anti-Semitism is still lurking in Europe during a brief trip to Hungary. He was speaking after meeting Hungary's populist and anti-immigrant Prime Minister Viktor Orban, with whom he has stark differences on the issues of refugees. Mr. Orban has also been accused of an anti-Semitic stance, but he has said this is simply ridiculous. In a Facebook post, the Prime Minister said he had asked Pope Francis not to let Christian Hungary perish. Pope Francis' meeting with Mr. Orban lasted about 40 minutes in the Museum of Fine Arts in Budapest. In his address to Christian and Jewish leaders afterwards, Francis warned of threat of anti-Semitism still lurking in Europe and elsewhere. He said, "This is a fuse that must not be allowed to burn, and the best way to diffuse it is to work together positively and to promote fraternity." Hungary has a large Jewish community, some 100,000 strong. Mr. Orban was criticized for his 2017 election campaign that included posters of Jewish financier George Soros with the words, "Let's not allow Soros to have the last laugh." He rejected calls from the Jewish community to take them down. And that's it from news from the international scene.
And now to wrap things off, let's join the entertainment desk.
Welcome to Entertainment News. September 6, 2021, it became known that Wizkid Made in Lagos has risen to a new position of number 28 on the Billboard 200. This comes after an excellent remix with Justin Bieber, who rose to number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100, and Made in Lagos Deluxe. With this new pick, Made in Lagos becomes Nigerian's highest charting album on the Billboard 200, surpassing Burna Boy's picks at number 54. Last week, Made in Lagos peaked at number 58. When the album dropped in October 2020, Made in Lagos peaked at number 80. In a review of Made in Lagos Deluxe, it was noted that Made in Lagos has risen to number 58 on the Billboard 200. The highest chart position for a Nigerian album on the chart is number 54 by Burna Boy Twice as Tall. With the Deluxe version and surging success of Essence, Made in Lagos could rise even further on the charts. Veteran singer Two-Face has for the first time reacted to his wife Annie Dibia and her family's messy fights with his family. The actress, her family member and her husband's siblings have had a heated exchange which resulted in wild allegations last weekend. Two-Face spoke up about his wife was heard in an audio.
Our happiest moments with babies are playtimes. Interrupting our game to change diapers would have made us both unhappy. Fortunately, we have Monfix bands. With its elastic band that can stretch in all ways to fit well on babies, it does not lose its form, does not sag, so there's no need to change diapers frequently. Our games continue. Happiness movement spreads rapidly in all houses. Come on, mothers. Try Monfix bands. Join our happiness movement.
Recording threatening to scatter everything. In the audio, she accused the singer of lying to her and reiterating that his family doesn't like her and have made her life hellish. Two-Face was now reacted to the messy fight, which has taken several turns in the last few days, stated that though bringing your personality issues to social media was not cool, he will, however, not sit back and watch everybody have a free-for-all battle in the name of love or solidarity. He urged everyone, including families and supporters, to respect their privacy and their kids as they deal with the issue internally. The singer also turned off the comment section of the Instagram post. In another news, Nollywood actress Tonto Dike has reacted to a leaked audio recording of her allegedly begging her ex-boyfriend Prince, asking not to leave her after he accused her of cheating. Recall that Dike's ex-lover Prince had revealed that the actress cheated on him right from the start of their relationship. He alleged the relationship, which lasted for 3 months, was a living hell, and he's been used as the victim of blackmail. Prince also accused Tonto Dike of sleeping with someone else in Lagos, adding that she begged for a second chance when she was caught. However, a few days after he made a revelation, a leaked audio of Tonto crying and begging him not to leave her surfaced online. Tonto Dike reacted as ex-lover Prince accused her of cheating, but Ms. Dike assured that every blackmailer will be brought to justice and that the law will take its course. Meanwhile, popular Nigerian movie star Eniola Badmus celebrated her 44th birthday on September 7, 2021 to the joy of fans. To mark the special occasion, the actress took to a verified Instagram page to share a series of her gorgeous photos as fans gushed over them. Not stopping there, Eniola accompanied each snap with lengthy notes where she reminisced on the previous year and showed gratitude for experiencing a new one. Happy birthday to you, Eniola Badmus, from all of us at Galaxy Television. Also, Kylie Jenner and her husband Travis Scott are expecting their second child. Speculations that Kylie is pregnant reached new heights on her birthday when she and her friends did not post any photo from the party except photos of their foods and drinks. Kylie and Travis already have 3-year-old daughter Stormy, and she seems excited about having a little sibling. Anyways, update is that she has released a video of her baby bump. Congratulations, Kylie. Now, the family of actor Victor Olauton has released his funeral arrangement. According to the obituary, a service of songs will hold at the RCCG Fountain of Life Parish in Ikeja, Lagos State on Wednesday, September 15, while his remains will be interred on Friday, September 16. The actor died on August 26, 2021 and had been bedridden for 5 years after being involved in a ghastly accident that occurred at Apple Junction in Festac, Lagos, while he was driving to a movie set. He died at the age of 69. And finally, on entertainment news, Big Brother Naija star Tega has tendered a public apology to her husband, Ajabo Chris Lawrence, over her affair with Boma during the show. In an interview, Tega said she had spoken to her husband and that they were good. According to Tega, she and Boma got carried away by the attention they gave each other during the show, and that coming out of the house, they have realized they have pushed the button too far. When told that she might also need to apologize to her husband, the mom of one said, "Of course, I and my husband have spoken and we are good." This, however, contradicts her husband, who in an interview he granted on Monday said he's yet to speak with her since she got evicted. During the interview, Boma was asked if he knew Tega was married, and he responded yes. When asked if he should have created boundaries knowing that Tega was married, Boma responded by saying everything about him in the house was just vibes. Meanwhile, Tega drew controversies as she ditched her wedding ring while on a media tour for an eviction from the show. But while in the house, Tega always wore her wedding ring on her left hand alongside a bracelet. So the controversy is, Why is she ditching her wedding ring now on a media tour? And that'll be all on entertainment news.
And with that story, we conclude our news at this time. But for more updates and latest news, visit our website at www.galaxytvonline.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Galaxy TV Nigeria. You can follow or interact with us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Galaxy TV. Don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Official Galaxy TV. If you have breaking news around you, you can avail our eyewitness feature via WhatsApp Simply Share Story by sending short clips or videos of the news on 0818 666 669. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live update and comment. And that's your Galaxy TV News at this time. On behalf of the production team and everyone here, thank you so much for your company. We urge you to please keep safe. I am Kelly Egiga, and I will see you again next time. Bye.